Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Keene, New Hampshire. We're here at Yankee Lanes. This is Jeff Barden's place for the NEBA Yankee Lanes doubles. We are here for the Eliminator round of 8, and we've just brought you the round of 16. Mr. Gaskill and Mr. Ditto were filling in for that round, and I appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much, as I was bowling and not bowling very well with my partner Don Fry getting knocked out. So we are now down to the round of 8. You may wonder why, as you look at your NEBA, you only see one match going, and that's because we've gone to a new format for the Eliminator, trying not to burn up the lanes down the stretch, and we've got actually one pair in front of us that we're going to watch, and this is going to be Alex Aguiar and Evan Throw against Stephen Dale, Stevie Wheel, and Kevin Tebow.
So what they did was they left the pairs that they're going to use for the Final Four in the final match open.
Those are open. So we are in the burn, so we're trying to use different pairs throughout the final, right? So it means to our right, and the matches you don't see are actually 3 different matches, and Mr. Gaskill is
trying
feverishly figuring out. There they are. By the way, how you doing, Gas?
All right, how you doing?
I know you crossed with Jeff Barden, who our host, and allegedly he's coming on the live stream. We'll try to get his attention, get him over here. You and Jeff
we
missed
tried
just a couple of marks, right?
We tried. Well,
you guys were in the number to the last game, basically, and like a lot of guys, just couldn't put a 400 set together. It's very difficult in this pattern.
It's not easy to make the cut when you have. I think we had one 200 game between us. But we also didn't have any low games. Well, right, there were 140s all over the building.
You're right. You had 189 to 199.
I bowled 4 games between 189 and 199, but never enough to get us going.
And the reason that you couldn't get comfortable, the reason a lot of guys struggled on this, is the pattern's called Mexico City, and it's 43 feet, 25.5 mils, 2.5 to 1. And it is a difficult low-scoring pattern, as evidenced by the scores. This morning we had Ken Fry. Thank you very much. Appreciate the shout-out. This morning our cut was 30 over, and we took 5 teams out of 34 that were bowling. And then today we had in the afternoon we had
full squad of 36,
yeah.
minus 26,
and our cut was minus 26, and the at-large cut minus 40. So 40 under for a team to make the finals. And now, as we watch, again, the Eliminator format, these bowlers are not bowling each other, they're bowling the field. And how about a nice shout-out for both Stevie Dale and Kevin Tebow, starting with the front 3 here on 7 and 8. So you got our matches figured out there?
I mean, I have the 8 teams. I have the 8 teams that are bowled that are still alive. So, and again, they're not matches. It's an eliminated format. So everyone's bowling at the field, and the top 4 are going to advance.
Yep.
And I thought this was going to be simpler before I realized that none of the matches were going to be in front of us. But
if this job were easy, anybody could do it. And maybe anybody could.
So on 7 and 8, you have the team of Stephen Dale Jr. and Kevin Tebow, who both started with a triple.
Yep.
And Alex Aguiar and Evan Throw.
Yep.
They have a triple, and the other guy's clean through 3.
Make that a 4-bagger for Stevie Wheel.
And then skip all the way over to 15 and 16. You have the team of Wilbur and Barcom and Del Picard and Joe Scianna.
Yep.
Over to 17 and 18, Tony Bennett and Jesse Cody. And Samaritan Ruest LaJoy.
Yep.
And then all the way up on 19 and 20. Yeah, we have 2 Canadian teams still alive.
Yep.
And I was mentioning the last round, this was truly an international event. We have 2 teams from Canada, at least one team from UK.
UK, yep. Carl Buckley and Sarah Hood.
Yeah.
Were here.
And then the last 2 teams bowling on 19 and 20 is Tim Jagiri and Wilkes. And who's the other one? Oh, that's Tremblay and Patrick Gerard. Henrik Tremblay and Patrick Gerard on 19 and 20.
There you go.
So those 8 teams will bowl 1 game, and the top 4 scores will advance to the next round. And I promise you that we will be able to watch all 4 at one time next round, because
I promise.
I made that promise last round though, and I didn't.
Well,
I got crossed up.
You got to stop making promises.
Well, I kind of thought that they were going to put all 4 matches right in front of us, but.
Hey, guys, speaking of the Canadians, Henrik Tremblay and Patrick Gerard shot an incredible 195 over this morning with games of four. There's only 4-game qualifier: 450, 430, 420, and 489. And on this pattern, that is phenomenal bowling, I will tell you right now. And then the high qualifier for the 1 o'clock squad was Colby Hagemauser and Tristan Erickson at plus 117. And we already told you those cut scores. So, again, eliminator format, top 4 teams advance. And meanwhile, Tebow has opened wheels front 4, and the Aguiar throw team are clean with a triple through 4, so they're looking good. The cut on their last round was 390, and again, it's 2 games total score, 390 minus 10. And that was several teams. I think there was a team at 391.
There was a 391 and 390. Yeah, we were back and forth for 5 minutes on what the cut was going to be.
Thinking it was going to be
felt like an hour, but
right.
It was 5 minutes probably.
Right.
We heard both numbers, and we just wanted to stay on until we knew for sure what it was.
Now, do you see it starting to open up at all? I mean, we're starting to see some strings here.
I think
there's
certain guys are gonna open up for. Yeah, if you can get left, not throw wherever you want, because once you get left, the first 10 boards are probably out of bounds. If you can go, if you're comfortable going 25 to 12-ish.
And it's not like it tapers up as you move in.
No.
It's flat across, but you've got dry to
some guys will hit. Some guys will start to whack it now because they just can throw it at that spot that's been burnt up.
And I think I will tell you that there are no left-handers remaining. We had Soul was with Webb, and Webb shot 210, and
Soul shot 145.
40.
Yeah.
It was myself and Don Fry with a 160, 150 look. So
that's the problem with a tough pattern on the real oil. It's always going to be. There's no universal way to make it fair for everybody, unfortunately.
Well, I guess it's not. I don't think it's a matter of fair or unfair. I think it's just you bowl them all, and eventually you see the different roll of the dice. That's the way it goes. So that's the way it is here. So no problem at all. And here's
you know what?
Del Picard is actually up on 16, and he's got the front 3, make it 4. And big shot there. And here is
Justin Barcombe, I believe.
Justin Barcombe with the front 3 up on lane 15, and he's looking for the 4th one, and high through the beak for a 4-7. So starting to see a couple of scores.
Gerard
here.
just left the Greek church.
Yeah, meanwhile, Patrick Gerard, way on the end pair, and again, we'll bring
he won the singles here, was that a couple of years ago?
I don't know if it was here, but
I think
definitely won.
I think it was here.
Definitely won, yeah.
I think it was
about
here.
it. So I'm going to look for our host here, Mr. Barden.
He's talking. Wait on, he's talking.
He's a little social butterfly, and what a great house he runs. $1,000 added money. Can't thank Jeff enough. Had a fun golf outing yesterday, Gas. Once again, sponsored and organized by Mr. Viali, and did a great job. I want to thank Strike FX Pro Shops for adding basically the prizes 4 bowling balls.
Really?
And and the winning team shot 59, and 4 bowling balls. 1 bowling ball that they each receive. So from Strike FX. So very nice there. And seeing Gerard got 4 out of those 5 in the Greek church. And there's Joe Skiana soft stroking it to the outside. And Evan Throw.
And again, we'll mention the 4 teams that make it by this round will get their name added to the Forey Memorial list. Top 8 today, top 8 tomorrow. So
let's talk about that. So I used my printer.
It's here somewhere.
And I printed out the top. What do we have? We're 64 minus 16, so we're at 48 so far, right?
Oh, he wrote the scores last round on it. That's why we can't find it.
No problem.
There it is.
Here it is, and we will go ahead. Why don't we go ahead and lay those out, and we'll see if any, there's repeats. I see a lot of new faces here in the final, especially from the Canadians. Scott Kampf, Tom Coco, myself, Bruce Hall, Jeremy Hartbarter, Eric Smith, Dennis Bissonette, Tom Solomini, Chris Viali, Jay Johnson, Ryan Ladley, John Kirker, John Wilbur, Corey Umbrello, Matt Fazzone, Mike Mirable, Andrew Hall, 1 spot from the points list, Chris Soul, Chris Forey, RJ Broge, Frankie Calca, Ian Fitzpatrick, RJ Martinez, Aaron Major, Chris Monroy, Stephen Major, Stephen Blanchett, Jimmy Sicard, Joe Skiana, Anthony Fusco, Mark Bichard, Tariq Joyner. Another spot from the points list, Adam Zimmerman, Nick Perrone, another spot from the points list. Those are repeats, by the way. So we're going to have a total of 4 out of the 48 come off the points list because those are folks that made it twice. Nathan Clark, Eric Copping, Malik Grove, Robert Green Jr., Nate Purchase, last month's winner, Jeremy Melito, Josh Roca, another spot from the points list, Justin Veal, Randall Dunbar, Ryan Graywax, and Jim Dumas are the 48 so far. And I haven't reconciled them against the points list to see who the repeats are, but we'll talk a little bit about that as we go. So once again, the top 8.
Alex is trying to play out. He moved right.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's a bold move because...
And maybe he just ran out of lane going the other way, and he said, I got to...
Well, I know he was already in front of the ball return basically on game 4. So it's been tough. So... what kind of scores we got here? So the team of Gaskill, Gaskill.
Send me in. Put me in, coach.
Buddy. Come on, right-hander.
Put me in, coach.
Tebow and Dale are plus 31 in the 5th. And Aguiar and Throw
has a 4-6.
Are plus 14, except there's a 4-6. That's going to bring them back to about even. So they're about even. And what do we got up here?
Picard had the front 4. Scanner has an open. So they're about 14, 15 over.
Okay. Pulling out the trusty.
By the way, just so everyone knows, when Steve Dale throws the ball and the fist goes up when the ball's halfway down the lane, mark it down.
Mark it, dude.
And I saw that a lot at the Nationals.
Well, what did he shoot, 822?
Yeah, something at some point today, I knew we would have time to fill today because of the doubles.
Yep.
I made some notes about all the people that finished at the Nationals in the top.
Well, we should talk about
whatever
that,
because we had a pretty, New England had a pretty good year at the Nationals this year.
They sure did.
And
Chris Vialli, the Cambridge credit team finished
at some
11th.
point we're going to snuff out an Eagle. I know. I mean, Pepe's won Eagles.
Yep.
But he's from New York, and New England's New England, right?
Yeah.
I believe the last Eagle that we have is still Steve Hardy. Is that true?
Well, only because I don't know of any since then.
So, but we did have a good year. I'm gonna read these really quick, and if I miss somebody, I apologize because I did this off my iPhone last night, and I just sort of was looking for New England states. If you bowled on a team that was listed out of New York, I probably missed you, but in the team event. And a lot of these teams are sponsored by NEBA sponsors, which is part of the reason why I wanted to mention it. And you just said it yourself, Cambridge Credit. They finished in 11th place in the team event. And members on that team that we know are Chris Vialli, Ryan Graywax, Todd Lathrop, and John Wilbur. 12th place, that was a Strike FX / Buddies Pro Shop team. That was Bill Webb, Forey, Alex, Chris Prather. 23rd place, Bullwinkle's Pro Shop. Justin Urbano, Tom Hansen, Rich Reynolds, Paul Smith.
This is all team, right?
This is a team event only. So
okay.
Paul Smith and I believe it was Chris Larson. Strike FX Pro Shop out of Province, which was the team I was on, 26th place. It was me, Tony Bennett, Steve Dale, Derek Ham, and John Van Hees. And AJ's Pro Shop was 39th place. That was Bill Green, Mike Colby, Phil K. Jr., Phil K. Sr. In the doubles event, John Van Hees and Stephen Dale, 12th place.
Wow.
And that was Steve Dale, shot 820-something.
822, I think. Right?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. 50th place, Brian Mancini and Kevin Tebow. And 61st place, John Wilbur and Todd Lathrop.
And anybody who's bowled these tournaments know there's tens of thousands of teams.
Oh, it's, yeah.
Any top 100.
Top 100 is great.
Is huge.
Top 100. Yeah. Singles, Brandon Vallone finished 5th.
Isn't that amazing?
Frankie Calco, 11th. John Wilbur, 14th.
Adam Malone shoots what? Did he shoot 800?
785 maybe?
780, yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
John Wilbur, 14th. Adam Zimmerman, 38th. John Van Hees, 41st.
Incredible.
And Pepe, 47.
Amazing.
And then all events, quickly, John Wilbur, 22nd. Steve Dale, 40th. Paul Smith and Brandon Vallone actually tied for 77th, and John Van Hees was 97th.
Wow.
And honor scores, Anthony Pepe 300, Kevin Tebow 300, and then Steve Dale had 820-something, and Kevin Tebow had 820-something.
Look at you.
So we had a good year.
Very good.
We're going to get one soon. We're gonna win an Eagle soon.
Thanks for doing that research, man.
Somebody's going to win an Eagle around here soon. There's a lot of young talent, groups that have been going together for years.
I'm feeling good.
We're going to get one soon.
Well, speaking of time,
I forgot to write it down. Steve Dale and Robert Toth won the Century doubles.
Oh, that's right. How much was that worth?
They haven't put it up yet.
Oh, they haven't. Okay.
They haven't updated that yet, but they did win it. And if
Well,
I bowled with Steve Dale, I would have been third. But guess what? We were 1 year short.
No kidding.
Yeah, because I'm 15, he's 49, so we couldn't bowl. They needed December rules for the Nationals, and we would have been in third.
So meanwhile, while you were doing that, Stephen Dale is on a 279 pace.
Yeah.
And Tebow is on a 210 pace. So they're going to shoot 480. So you got to believe they're a lock. Alex and Evan.
I picked them, by the way.
Who?
Kevin and Steven. I said the more they hook, those guys can just get left and fire it as good as anybody.
Kevin is there. Kevin and Alex are looking at about a plus 10 or so. 15 and then minus 4. Yeah, about a plus 11 or so right now. So we'll see. I got to believe that's going to be good, too. We got some teams under over here. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, speaking of having time, let's go through our sponsors for 2022. Lots of fantastic sponsors, once again coordinated by Cambridge Credit and our friend Chris Viali. And speaking of them, they add $3,500 to the Cambridge Credit Invitational at the beginning of the year. NEBA adds another $3,500. That's $7,000 altogether. Many Styles of Bowling, LaRue Marlowe, East Coast Sports Investors, Jeff Dawson, Strike FX, Pro Shops, John Van Hees and Alex Aguiar, and all the team at their now 7 locations. They opened up a Plymouth shop recently. Rich Reynolds, Bullwinkle's Pro Shop, Chris Forey at Buddy's. And again, we're talking about the $10,000 Paul Forey Memorial, but everything that Chris does. He's down bowling Lucy, by the way, right now. He's bowling with Amanda Broge.
Yes.
And I don't think they made it. I think he did well. Amanda didn't do so great, but they're having a run at it. And I hear Andrew Hall and Lauren Petrowski were 170 and on over for 4, so I don't know how they're going to finish up.
Was that 7 games, right?
7 games, that's right. Interesting. Logo Infusion, Kenny Keegan, or should I say I Am Bowling, powered by Logo Infusion. Vinny Grozan, Ace Mitchell Bowling Supply. Vinny was around yesterday. John Wilbur, the Green Mountain Open, had a great trip up there. Paul Sylvia at Dexter. Savage Arms, Al Casper had a great run at Chicopee last time.
That ball just bounced out of the pit.
My gosh, what happened?
That was loud.
I heard it. Oh, my gosh.
On 16, the ball, I think there was a pin laying in the back of the gutter, like against the back of the pit in the gutter, and the ball just like used it as a ramp and just jumped up in the air. There's that fist I was talking about. When that hand goes up in the air, it's over.
And that's
mark it down.
That's 276.
Wow.
Looking good for.
Now they got the benefit of, I don't know how the pairs are being drawn, but they bowled on that pair last round, so they
did they?
They got that little added bonus.
Turbo Grips and Chris Sand sponsored the over-under doubles at Cranston. That was last month. AMF Cranston Lanes Grog Monster Sports and Clay Schwartz, GMS Decorative Concrete, add $1,200 to the Masters weekend. That's coming up next, by the way. In August, we're having the singles. We're having the women, the singles, and the Masters coming up. That's going to be August 20th and 21st.
That's the senior singles, right?
Senior singles, sponsored by Chicago Sam's. The women sponsored by BowlingSeriously.com. And the Masters sponsored by Tony and Susie Renaud, Bloomfield Electric, and GMS Decorative Concrete. Thank you so much for that. We just got done at Newington, where our friend Nate Purchase just won, and that's going to be at Callahan's Bowlerama. Thank you so much to the Callahan family for adding $4,000 to that event. Some big money there. We are here now at Keene, and once again, Jeff Barden, I have to get him on here and talk about the fantastic center here and his sponsorship. Great stuff. My tournament, TechVision, is adding $6,000 to the prize fund gas. That's September 17th and 18th. That's going to be at Auburn, and you can bowl with any other NEBA champion you want. So you can pick whatever NEBA champion you like, and that's who you can bowl with.
What if they don't want to bowl with me?
Well, then that's their loss.
I'm sure that's going to be the case.
And that's in honor of my dad. Can't wait for that one. We've got KR Strikeforce and Brian Beaver coming up. East Providence Lanes, October 1st and 2nd. October 22nd.
Deanna just made the 4-9.
Did he really? October 22nd, we've got senior, women, and singles at the other Yankee Lanes. That's Manchester, New Hampshire. That's October. Once again, Jeff Barden adding $1,500 to each of those prize funds and $2,000 to the singles prize fund. Non-champs at the AMF, sponsored by DJ's Pro Shop, John Zwalik. The TOC will be at Auburn. Those are November 12th and 13th, non-champs and TOC. That's sponsored by our title sponsor, Storm Roto 900 Global. And then our final senior event, December 10th. And that will be at Beller Bowling Concepts Norwich. And then the singles event, our last event of the year, Ideal Bowling Concepts, again at Norwich.
So
those
the
are all of our
Aguiar throw
sponsors.
team both doubled in the 10th. They're going to be in the 430s at least.
I think they had to be already in. I mean, we're assuming that even is going to make this, right, Gas? I mean, and they saw it through their match, of course, so the other matches we're watching are only in the 7th or 8th frame.
Yeah.
So let's
Yeah,
see
those
how
guys struck a
everybody
lot,
else
and they
is
don't have to
doing.
deal with any lane courtesy, so they're just going.
Yeah, that's right.
They're way ahead of everybody else, the pair that you're
right.
watching at home. To the right of us, there's three pairs bowling side by side, so that, obviously taking them a little longer to get through. Bruce has got the trusty binoculars out. He's trying to see down
I
there and
do.
see if we can.
You're not helping much, Gas. I'm sorry to tell
You know what? Turn my mic off. I'll go look.
Okay, off you go. And we got almost 500 for the team of Dale and Tebow. They're in soft. 276, about 85, plus 85 for that team. Alex is going to shoot 2-teen after tripling in the 8th, 9th, and 10th. So that's going to put him at 215, combined with 222 is going to be 437. I can't believe that's not a lock. I can't believe that's not good. Okay, and Ditto is also helping us collect some scores here. Again, we have about 3 more frames in these higher matches, the high end of the house, so we're going to need a few minutes here to let you know what's going on. But the good news is we'll know immediately. John Wilbur just connected for a 5-bagger. He went spare, open, next 5. So big shots there for John. And looking at the team of Jesse Cody and Tony Bennett. Let's see where they are. Jesse Cody just missed the head pin. Left a 1-2-4. And he's pacing to 170, unfortunately. And let's see. And Tony is pacing to 30, 50, 190. So they're pacing to about 40 under. What's that? Scores are high, says Gas. Gas comes back. And he's getting it written down. So, and let's see. Their opponent is 80 deuce 220. We've got 240 in the works for one of the French teams. The Canadian team, and 190 by their partner. So that's going to be a solid 430 right there. So we've already got 3 teams 430 and above, it looks like. So we could have a very high cut here, guys. And we'll see what we finally end up having. Again, we'll call the action as it unfolds. And looking down at the very end of the pair, we've got 267 in the wood with 1 frame to go for one of the bowlers. And then we've got 180 by the other guy, so that's 440. So there's 4 teams right there at 430 or 440 or higher. Let's see, the other team bowling badly. We got 1 team that's absolutely out on 19 and 20. Trying to see who that is. And let's see. Again, it's difficult. We're trying to use the binoculars to see what's going on down here. And we'll have Gas back here in a minute reporting in on what's going on. Good to have you all with us. Again, we're here for the Yankee Lanes doubles with $1,000 added by our good friend Jeff Barden. We'll get him on we keep promising it, we'll get him on the next round, hook or by crook. Talk about the house, talk about this great sponsorship, and we also have all 4 matches right in front of you, so we won't have to be jumping around here a lot. We just did this to try to keep the pairs fresh as we move down to the finals. So, thank you, Ken Lowe, on the Semba. I really appreciate it. It was a great win. The Semba is a great organization. They put out very, very difficult patterns. It's been helpful to me to bowl on those difficult patterns. Definitely helped me today here. To just hang in there, make your spares, and keep grinding. So to anybody who thinks that they don't want to bowl on harder patterns, I'll tell you, it makes you better. I wouldn't bowl on only harder patterns. You definitely want to be on some easier patterns to loosen up your swing for practice sometimes. You don't want to get tight, but you got to bowl on it all. Mr. Gaskill, the man with the data, is coming back. What's he got? He doesn't look too sure of anything. He's thinking it's going to be 430s, 440s, right? We got two. I mean, we got 437 here. 480, 437. I saw 260, yeah.
Samar, Ruiz, LaJoy team are already 40 over.
Okay, so they're in. Gas, what do you got for us, buddy?
Still up in the air, but it's. I'm guessing it's going to be in the 430s or 440s.
Yeah, it looks that way.
The Samar Ruiz LaJoy team are in the 440s going into the 10th. Unless they have a mishap, they're going to make it.
And one of them shot 260.
Nope, that's the other. That's actually the Wilkes Jaguar team.
Oh, okay. That looks like came in under.
Did he strike out for 260?
No, hold on.
He hadn't finished his 10th frame when I was up there, so I don't.
I'm trying to think. Trying to get the ad off the screen.
Yeah.
And their opponents 191 to 150, so they're out. No, he went 5-3 for 228.
So they're going to be in trouble. So that I think
he had triple, spare. Next 5-3 for 228.
Yeah, they're going to be in trouble then. That's
good news. Going to
shoot
170.
That's good news for Evan, Throw, and Alex because
they're going to shoot even. They're going to shoot even. That team.
I had them finishing ahead of Alex's team. It looked like, and now.
Well, he went Greek Church and got 3 of them, so that was.
And now Del Picard and Scanna just opened, so it actually might not be as high as I thought because
we had a 9 foul indeed. Was it Del Picard? I think.
No, that was the other. That was Barkham went 9 foul.
Barkham went 9 foul. He's going to shoot 179. Meanwhile, his partner John Wilbur has 6 in a row with a 240 possible. So if he shoots 179 and 240, that'll be plus 20 or so. And Del Picard with 204 in the 10th and a dead flush shot for the first one in the 10th. He can go 230. They can go 234, 176. They can shoot exactly even. That's not going to hold up, is it?
No, that team down there that had the 220-something game. What was the ankle ball you said? The guy that opened the 10th?
He just finished. Oh, he's spared. He's going to shoot 173 with a strike.
Wow.
Man, unbelievable.
So in theory, the top 3 is secure, right? Kevin and Steven, Evan and Alex, Samard and Russ, and then there's a scramble for the 4th spot could drop to 4-0 now.
Yeah,
because everybody's opening at the end.
That's right.
Jagiri just missed the head pin.
Del Picard doubles in the 10th to go to 2. He can go 234. His partner doubles 146. They can shoot exactly even. I wouldn't count that out necessarily. Boy, is it coming down. 170s, so Wilbur's partner spares to go 179. They're going to definitely be plus. 80 deuce 220. Yeah. So right now Wilbur with a mark
398.
Right now Wilbur with a mark will end up.
So the Jagiri Wilkes team finished with 398. So if Picard gets to 4-0, like you said, that could be enough.
And that was 220 and 228 and 170. 220 with 260 possible with a double in the 10th.
Boy, a couple teams fell off the cliff at the end.
Yeah, boy, that's going to be tough to take if they don't make it. What's Dell going to end up?
Count matters, right?
Picard strikes out for 234. Great game by Dell. And
right.
I believe the Cody. So
Scan is checking all the scores now because everybody is done except for them. And
so
we believe
Tony Bennett and Cody are out.
Unless they struck a million times after I left because they weren't bowling very good when I was down there.
No, Tony Bennett and Cody are out. I can see it from
here.
So cross them off.
If we have everything right, I believe Scan needs double 9.
And so Wilbur. With
Is that
a
right?
mark.
No. He only needs, what are they telling me?
Who do you got down there?
398.
Okay, 398.
If Scanner just fills 19, they're 399, right?
I think so. Hold on.
165. Dell had 234.
John Wilbur strikes again. So it's going to be Wilbur will be the third team, right? So they're going to be 210, 236. Wilbur's now it's
going to come down to those two teams for the last spot.
Wilbur's plus 14. And we just had another open for 170, 160. They're out. And 243 and 193. 43 minus 7 is 436.
Yeah, I think that strike just locked up the fourth spot. I think Scanner's out of wood now.
Who's 436?
437 was throwing Alex.
Nate and Samard are 436. So you got 437.
We got a 485,
436.
I think if Wilbur just keeps this ball in the lane, that's it, right?
I think Wilbur's going to be the four.
I didn't realize he threw a 7-bagger when I was looking at everybody else. I didn't realize they just jumped everyone.
210, 236. He's at plus 14 right now. Another one puts him at plus 24. And he's going to go.
He might
14.
need. Hold
He's
on.
go plus 11.
Oh, Scanner already missed though. Okay, so I think that's
if
it.
If he makes this, he goes plus 11.
His partner
missed. Sciata's going to shoot 160, so it's going to be Wilbur.
Wilbur's partner fouled twice. When's the last time somebody fouled twice and advanced to the NEBA finals? 8F, 9F.
But they're going to make it, though.
They are.
So who are our teams?
All right, so total confusion. I apologize. I totally missed Wilbur throwing a 7-bagger. So it's going to be Tebow and Dale, Samard and West LaJoy, Throw and Aguiar, and Barkham and Wilbur.
Okay, there we have it. All right, guys, we're going to sign off. These guys will wrap up. We'll move the camera back, and we'll actually have all 4 matches this time.
Oh,
right,
thank God.
Okay, all right, bud. We'll see you. You'll see you in a while, guys. Bye-bye.
Oh, man, I didn't.